Hello everyone, welcome to Did Trump Say That? A game show where you have to guess if Trump or literally anyone else said the quotes I'm about to give you. First off, I have some disclaimers and rules. These quotes could be things that people have said generally, maybe in US politics or about Trump, but you get the points if you say Trump said it. And if it wasn't Trump who said it, and you guess who did actually say it, you get extra points. I might give context. If it is funnier without it, I won't. And I will be using other quotes as red herrings, but I'll be sort of adapting them to Trump's speaking style. I do believe Trump is a drag queen in another universe. Thank you. Some classics! If you avoided these, I'm jealous of you.
They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
This was in the US presidential debate. I would classify it as disinformation, which means it's something that's false, that the person saying it knows is false and spread it on purpose.
Now she wants to do transgender operations on illegal aliens that are in prison.
This was also in the US presidential debate. It was again disinformation.
This is a tough hurricane, one of the wettest we've ever seen from the standpoint of water.
I think this was on the news. Like, I saw it from a news clip. So I didn't bother because I thought it was funnier if I just didn't know where it was from. I don't know if I can sense his disinformation. Like he wasn't wrong. Like, it was a tough hurricane, and I guess it was one of the wettest they've seen. But I don't know the water's standpoint on that. I don't know. I haven't asked.
The problem with Ron DeSanctimonious is that he needs a personality transplant, and those are not yet available.
This was in an ad, like an advertisement, that underwent editing, and it was said in reference to Ron DeSantis. I just don't understand how this went through in the ad, but whatever. And of course we have a classic.
I have concepts of a plan.
This was once again US presidential debate. I would call it disinformation. I highly doubt he even has concepts of a plan. First off, we have our first quote. They said her biggest advantage is that she's a beautiful person. I never thought of that. I'm a much better looking person than Kamala. I will give you some time to guess. Because we have ugly? There's meant to be a question mark there. I don't think so. What do you think? Trump or anyone else? It was Trump. And this is a false statement. Kamala Harris is much more beautiful than Trump. I feel qualified to say that, given that I have eyes. And it was said at a Pennsylvania campaign rally. This one, they put chemicals in it. Very, very bad chemicals. They turn you gay. It was me! And this was inspired by the chemicals in the water turning the frogs gay from some guy called Alex or something. I don't know, my friend told me and I forgot promptly. When I get the presidency, we're gonna have the hottest women. They're gonna be beautiful. Right now, they're boys. That's the thing there. You think they're women, but they're actually just beautiful boys. And of course, we have a photo of Troye Sivan in drag here. I would say one of the best photos ever taken in our generation. Oh my lord, he looks absolutely stunning. And I say that in a respectful way. I would never... Respectfully, wow, I wish I could look like you. Love the fit as well, gosh. Anyway, it was Jack Manifold, who is a Twitch streamer and was a member of the Dream SMP. He said this while in drag. So, look, yeah, maybe we will have the most beautiful women, and they'll be men. Kamala Harris, you know, it's interesting, nobody really knows her last name. Who is she? I don't know. But it was Trump who said this. I think he said it as a rally, I don't know. But also, it makes me wonder, I don't know what Obama's last name is. So if anyone could, let me know, that would be nice. And he said, no way. And I said, way. It was Trump, and it was said in regards to Putin, and I'm not kidding. The full quote is, Vladimir Putin said no way, and I said way. Yeah, anyway. Everybody dies, it's just life. Please appreciate the photo I found. I think it's a t-shirt on like Redbubble or Etsy or some shit. Good stuff, that's funny. This was Killmonger, and it is a true statement. Like, I can't fault that. Like, everyone does die. It is just life. And it was in the first Black Panther movie. So, props to the Black Panther writers. Did you use the word smart? You either graduated the lowest or almost the lowest in your class. Don't ever use the word smart with me. It was Trump. And he's right, I would never use the word smart with Donald Trump. I would never. But it was Trump who said this. And, like, I fear he kind of ate with that. He did, he ate with that. Like, that's hilarious. Don't ever apologize for being the smartest person in the room. I don't. Ever. It was Mysterio. Mysterio says this in Spider-Man Far From Home. Special shout out to my friend who did correctly guess that this was from Mysterio. She's a nerd and we love her. We know Trump doesn't apologize normally, especially for something he isn't, so I doubt he would ever apologize for being smart. She doesn't have a plan. She copied Biden's plan and it's like 4 sentences, like run, spot, run. I know that the poster there, I've never seen that movie, I know that the poster is wrong, but I think it's funnier that way. This was Trump, and it was in reference to Kamala Harris. I would argue, he doesn't have a plan either, like what is he doing? Anyway, whatever. And he said to me, why do you send me a picture of my house? And I said, you're gonna have to figure that out, Abdul. And Abdul is like, it was Trump, and I don't know who Abdul is. I don't know why Trump keeps sending him pictures of his house. I guess I'm gonna have to figure it out. When I asked my friend, who's American, what this was about, he said it was probably like a drone strike or something. Like, he was like, why are you sending me pictures of his house? He's like, well, I guess you're gonna have to figure it out, with a drone locked on his location, ready to strike. Which is insane, like that's insane. Imagine, you're like, huh, this guy keeps sending me photos of my house. And you look up and there's a drone with a bomb. Anyway, he walked up with a man who looks like a piece of granite, right? Like strong, like granite. He's strong, I know him very well. Did Medusa get to this guy? I don't know. But it was Trump who said this. This was in reference to Chinese Prime Minister Xi Jinping, as in it was his bodyguard, who was like granite. I don't know, I never met the bloke, but apparently Trump knows him very well. You want me to be the bad guy? Fine, now I'm the bad guy. That's what they say. They say I'm so bad. Also, that animated movie is really good. I really like it. Have I seen it fully? Probably not. But I have seen it once and I was sort of in the background while my brother was watching it. I feel like that counts. And I enjoyed it. I think. Maybe I fell asleep, I don't know. But it was Mother Gothel from Tangled who said this, basically. I did a little bit of tweaking, but she said that. Basically. The truth is, there is no one who can do what I do. And people try. They try and they tell me, oh, this is so hard, how do you do it? And I say, I just do it. We're not sponsored by Nike. I don't think this person is either. I would hope so. But it was Miranda Priestley in The Devil Wears Prada. She said basically this. I mean, I tweaked it a little bit. She definitely said the first sentence, but okay, go Buzz. I don't know that I could do what she does either, you know. What a woman. I could have been sunbathing on the beach. You have never seen a body so beautiful. And it was Trump, and this is false. I have seen many more bodies that are more beautiful. I've seen many bodies more beautiful. Like, what? I don't even know. This kind of gives the same vibes as when ScoMo, the Prime Minister of Australia, went on vacation while the entirety of Australia was like consumed by bushfires. And everyone was like, bro, where are you? And he said, sorry guys, I was on a beach in Hawaii. And we were like, anyway. Kamala Harris, is she some form of Mexican? It was me! I said this. Obviously not like, I said it ironically, obviously. She's not Mexican. She is American with an Indian mother and a Jamaican father. Good for her. And then we fell in love. Okay? No, really. He wrote me beautiful letters. I've never received a love letter. I really hope they were nice. And it was Trump. He said this in reference to his relationship with North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un. And I wish them luck with their coming out and long-distance relationship. They're gonna need it. Joe Biden became mentally impaired. Kamala was born that way. And this was Trump. And I guess this is kind of true because, there's nothing wrong with Kamala Harris, so I guess she was born that way. But, what an odd thing to say. And also, hilarious. That is such a funny statement. Are you joking? She's only been put forward because she's a black woman. It was me! And this is, once again, false. She's a very strong politician and public speaker. She was doing stuff. She was fucking shit up. And then she thought, you know what? I'll wiggle my little fingers over the presidency. And they hate to see a woman winning. Anyway, it's not about what you've done, but what you do with what you've done for others. That might take a second to sink in, so feel free to read the words, yeah. I was Noah Centineo. Yeah, it was that guy who was the token white boy in all those Netflix original series, and he said it while accepting an award. What? And look, never have I ever watched these series. I've never seen him act, but what was he accepting an award for? I didn't think they gave out awards for Netflix originals. And even if they do, I apologize, my camera died. I don't know what happened. It just shut off. I was like, I don't know what happened to my camera, but apparently they don't like hearing me talk shit about Noah Centineo. Look, the universe is against me. I don't know what to say. I guess he's a great actor. That's all I can say. Anyway, this next quote is, "Abortion is the easy way out." Which is wow, what a thing to say with a public platform to be forever immortalized on the interwebs. That's a crazy statement to make, you know what I mean? This was said by former Australian Prime Minister Tony Abbott. It was brought up in Julia Gillard's misogyny speech. And this is the time where I issue, I guess, an apology. I'm actually not that sorry about it, but I'll say apology. I am Australian. This will be maybe a bit Australian focused. The US is in the centre of everything, but they sure make it feel like they are. I never attacked him on his look. And believe me, there's plenty of subject matter there. It was Trump. And this was said in regards to Rand Paul, who's apparently a Republican senator for Kentucky. I looked this guy up. I don't want to say he's he was fine looking. I'm not saying he's hot or anything, but he looked fine. I wouldn't call him ugly. I don't understand where this is really coming from, but whatever. Is it such a bad thing that men have more power? If men are just better than women, then maybe we should use that. This was once again said by former Australian Prime Minister Tony Abbott, and once again also brought up in Julia Gillard's misogyny speech. Jesus Christ, what a guy. I think I am actually humble. I think I'm much more humble than you would understand. Of course we have Humble, by Kendrick Lamar. And it was Trump, and this is false. Trump is not humble. He says a lot of things, but he's not humble. I don't think he's ever apologized for anything either. I hate to do it, but I will do it. I would give myself an A+. I don't know what exams these people are doing, but whatever. It was Trump. What? A+ in what? From what I can tell, this is kind of an old quote. So, was he talking about the presidency, or was he talking about as a businessman? I have no idea, and I think it's funnier that way. So we're gonna move on. They want to do things like no more cows and no more windows in buildings. And there's a photo of a cow to really remind you what we'd be missing out on. That is a beautiful cow. You can't say otherwise. And it was Trump who said this. No, they do not. They do not want to do things like no more cows and no more windows in buildings. I don't know, they don't want to do, I don't know where he got this impression from, but whatever. If you want your power bill to go down, women need to do the ironing quicker. When women turn on the iron, it's like a sucker. It sucks all the power out. And of course we have a wonderful picture of an iron. Troye Sivan is peeking through. I don't know why. I don't know what I did in the slideshow, but Troye Sivan occasionally peeks through on this slideshow. I think it adds to it. I do think it adds to it. You can just see a sliver of his knee. I think that adds to it. It was Tony Abbott who said this, and this was kind of the general gist of what he said. It's like women need to, the housewives of Australia need to hurry up on their ironing. Crazy statement to make. Homosexuality, it's threatening. It is. It challenges us. And of course we have a dinosaur pride flag. That's the best thing ever invented. And this was once again Tony Abbott, and it was me. I was the homosexual threatening him. Look, what can I say? The water, it infected me. It turned the frogs gay and me. They put the chemicals in it, and I took one look at that guy and I said, I need to threaten him. What's the difference between a wet raccoon and Donald J. Trump's hair? A wet raccoon doesn't have $7 billion fucking dollars in the bank. And here's a picture of a wet raccoon, for reference. Or maybe it's Donald Trump. We don't know until we see that bank account. But it was Trump. And funnily enough, Trump doesn't have $7 million fucking dollars in the bank either. Because he went bankrupt multiple times. I'll kiss every guy, man and woman, man and woman. Look at that guy, how handsome he is. I'd kiss him. Not with a lot of enjoyment, but that's okay. This was Trump, and like, it's okay, like, you're allowed to want to kiss men. I understand why he wouldn't want to, but like, I also want to say, throughout this entire quote, he's saying this at a rally, okay? He's going, I'll kiss every guy, man and woman, and everyone's cheering, and he goes, look at that guy, how handsome he is, I'd kiss him. And the cheers are getting slowly quieter, and then they just stop, and he has to go, not with a lot of enjoyment, but that's okay, and then they start up again. It's so funny, it's so funny, it's so funny. I thought it was AI at first. I was like, surely he didn't say that, surely the crowd is too humorous to be real, but it was real.
I'll kiss every guy, man and woman, man and woman. Look at that guy, how handsome he is. I'll kiss him. Not with a lot of enjoyment, but that's okay.
Virginity is the greatest gift you can give someone. I've been given it many times. It was Tony Abbott. And I have said here, Tony, you wouldn't be able to get pussy away out of a paper bag. I'd like to preface this. My mother saw this and was very upset with me. I say this ironically. I'm so respectful. I respect women so much, I'm terrified of them. In an admirational way. And I say this ironically, I say this as an insult to Tony Abbott, not as an insult to women. And I would never objectify women like that. That was my disclaimer, thank you. $1 million isn't a lot of money nowadays. When you leave home, your parents should give you more than that. And of course we have my father gave me a small loan of $1 million. It was me! Give me all the money. Shout out to the cat, that cat's name is Ash. Banger. Also ignore the fact that I'm wearing my pajamas. I'm happy in that photo because I have a cat on me. So that's all that matters. My thoughts on abortion are, let's just all have a good time. Because, yeah. And it was Bobby Newport from Parks and Recreation, who was played by Paul Rudd. I haven't watched Parks and Recreation, so I don't know the context of this quote, but I do think it is funny, and I think it's funnier if I don't know the context. He said, oh, what did I do? He didn't even know what the hell he did. He got the Nobel Prize for doing nothing. It was Trump. And like, to be fair, I don't think you know what he won it for either. I don't know what he won it for. I don't know who... I have no idea what they won it for. That's not my job. I don't know. And this is the end. Thank you for playing. You can see the very American woman. You can tell she's American because she's saluting and she has a bulletproof vest. Very American. Thank you for playing. I hope you had a good time and see you next time.